Also presented to you by Fox and Star World with media partners ABS-CBN, Mix, Business World, Philippine Daily Inquirer, RX 93.1, Mellow 94.7, 96.3, Easy Rock, Pinas FM 95.5, 97.1, Barangay LS FM, 101.1, Yes FM, Energy FM 106.7, Tambayan 101.9, San Ka Ba, Most Wanted Hits, Philstar.com, Pep.ph, Click the City, Manila Concert Scene, Philippine Concerts and Pinoy Exchange, and of course our official residence, Edsa Shangri-La Hotel. And special thanks to Sony Music and Ivory Music and Video, Epcom Foundation, Odyssey, and Astro Plus. And ladies and gentlemen, let's not keep you guys waiting. Let's welcome back in Manila, Mr. David Cook.
Hello. You'll have to forgive me. I've yet to figure out a comfortable way to sit on this couch, so if I move around, I look weird.
So David, welcome back to Manila.
Thank you very much for having us.
I've seen you a while ago in Bulaga, and of course, what can you say about the Philippines? What can you say about the people of the Philippines?
I mean, like you just mentioned before, it's been 3 years now since we've been here, and I still talk about this show and this experience coming out here. This country is incredibly beautiful. I mean, having the chance to fly in this morning and as the sun was coming up and to see kind of the clouds laying low on the mountains and stuff, it's beautiful. And I think the people of this country and the fans really kind of mirror that. In my travels so far, I have yet to find people more inviting and more friendly than here in the Philippines.
Okay. So right now, do we have any questions from the media and the bloggers? Okay, yes, sir.
Hi, David. I'm Rito Asila from Philippine Daily Inquirer.
Pleasure to meet you.
It's an honor. Do you have tips for newcomers who want to join singing competitions?
Think about it. No, I've been amazingly blessed the last few years. Bartending in the Midwest back in the United States, and think, man, it'd be awesome to go play a show in Los Angeles. And now, 5 years later, I'm blessed to get to come here, which is so far beyond what my dreams were, I think, at the time. So, I got told no a lot. So I guess my advice would be to get used to the word no. I still hear it a lot, but I'm starting to hear yes a little more, which is nice. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any more questions from our friends from the media? Yes, ma'am. Stand up.
Hi, David. I'm Aya from Most Wanted Hits.
Pleasure.
Yeah, I heard you came up with your second album. Can you share something about that album?
Yeah, just to put it, I guess, in a frame of reference, the first record, the self-titled record, I got off Idol, I think the 21st of May 2008 was the last day of the show. I think I had a week off after that to kind of breathe, and then we went right into the process. So let's say the beginning of June is when we started that record, and we finished it middle of October, so that's 4.5 months, start to finish, which is a short amount of time to make a record. So now fast forward, we're working on the second record, and as I started to work on these songs and started to kind of figure out what it was that I wanted to say, it became very apparent this was going to take a little longer. The record, I think, just in the sense of, again, what I wanted to say and what I wanted the music to sound like and what I wanted the record to feel like from start to finish, just became a very large undertaking. And so we spent 1.5 years on the record, which comfortably is the longest I've ever spent on a record. And I think, including the stuff I did before Idol, that was this latest one is my 10th record. So, but I think the end result is a record I'm really proud of, which sounds cliche to say, but it's the truth. I feel like the things that I sought out to do on this record, definitely more so than the self-titled release from '08, I feel like we got there on almost every song, if not every song. You know, and some of the songs we had to chase. I think Paper Heart took us 8 months from start to finish to get right. But I guess if I had to describe this record in succinct terms, it's just, I think it's an accurate snapshot of where I was at that point in my life, trying to make sense of a completely different reality for myself, and do so with a lot of sets of eyes and ears on me.
But anyway, I'm just curious if is it possible to release that album here?
Is it possible? I believe so. Is it out? It's not out here? If it's not, it should be.
Thank you very much. Any more questions? Yes, sir. You in that.
Hi, good afternoon, David.
Hi.
Justin from Music Republic.
Nice to meet you.
2006, there was Analog Heart.
Yes.
And now it's 2012, and you self-released your latest single.
Yes.
What have been the changes in the songwriting process since Analog Heart?
I have really gotten into the collaborative process. I still write by myself sometimes. Analog Heart was written completely by myself over the course of a year. The whole record, I think, was recorded in 2.5 weeks. But the new single, the last song, "All Right for You," I wrote with my keyboard player Andy, who's in this hotel somewhere sleeping the jet lag off, and then our friend Daniel James. And I love the process of bouncing ideas off of other people, especially people who I respect as musicians and people who I care for as a friend. So really just writing, we've got a pocket of songs written for this third record or 11th record or whatever we're calling it. And I've written all of them with friends, with people I have a rapport with, and I feel like it's actually calmed the songs down a little bit. It's actually made everything a little bit more laid back and comfortable, which is different for me. But ultimately, I've probably enjoyed this writing process more so than any other.
Just one other question.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
You've been friends with Neil and Andy
Yeah.
for a long time. How does your career affect their career? I mean, they're Midwest Kings.
You'd have to ask them. I don't know. I know they still put records out, and they're great records. I think they just put out the third Luna EP. I admire them as musicians. That's how our relationship started. We played a show together in Tulsa, my band in Kansas City, and their band in Tulsa, and I watched them and I was like, I want to be that good. You know what I mean? And then got to join their band and all that. And so, yeah, I mean, our friendship started from just, if not mutual admiration, there was certainly admiration from my side for them. So, I don't know. I don't know how to. Hopefully, it affects their career positively. If not, then I'm gonna feel a little bad.
Okay, next question, the lady over there.
Hi, I'm Wyatt from Meg Magazine. It's a young women's magazine. I just have two really quick questions. One is, we know that you have a lot of rock influences, right? But on American Idol, I think you really showed how you can tweak even something that's really different from your musical style and make it your own. Do you still like to do that from time to time?
Yeah. In the last tour, we went out with Gavin DeGraw, and we pulled, I think, like 4 or 5 covers during rehearsals and stuff that we wanted to try. And some of them we stayed pretty close to the original. We did Stockholm Syndrome by Muse. We did Every Day is Exactly the Same by